and you just slap it on your model. Boom, blammo, you did it. You got a painted blood angel. There you go. Like and subscribe in the video down below.
My face broke it already.
Dan, you got a strong face, man.
Yeah, that was harder than I was anticipating.
Listen, it was a lot harder than I intended for it to be too, man.
How many tortillas are we to break?
I feel a little bad about that.
I feel a little.
I don't want to be
I said I
anywhere.
already feel bad about it. Wow, okay.
Whew, my face is warm.
Hey, Shane!
Shane!
Talking to Anthony, and then Chuck
Let me
came
tell you
in.
something that I hope makes you as angry as I was Tom.
Oh, okay.
I told the carpenter that came to my house last week to not carpet my steps. He just
Yeah,
gave me a blank stare.
That took longer than it should have. I'm a little disappointed in myself for that one. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Actually, rather disappointed with myself on that one. Yeah, a blank stare. Let's talk about carpeted steps real quick. I think this is going to be some high quality entertainment. Eat it. Eat it, you big dumb idiots. Ugh. That counts as one drink? No, never. Nope. Not okay. That was a sip of redemption. You wanted 10? You wanted 10? I don't owe you nothing. No. Nope. Nope. A sip of redemption. A sip is about a half an ounce. That bottle was 16.9 ounces. That's 32.
I have a
This is
question. For the art store affiliation battle, can I bring Beta Ray Bill and the Inhumans? Pwetty pwetty please. Who let the dogs out? 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 Who?
That was good. That was well done. Where's our Cosmo?
According to Greek mythology, Tim has given me way too much power.
I'm sure Tisdale could listen to chat but not look at it, and not sure about that either. I don't think he likes to do either. Alright, B6. Oh, you. Earthworm Tim is floating meet the eye. Earthworm Tim is bottom meet the sky. He's jumping in the dirt and he's standing in a sandwich. Clippy. Clip.
Hey Tom, I went to my doctor yesterday. She is such an idiot. She asked me do I smoke or drink coffee. I had to tell this dummy that I drink it.
All right, we'll take that one. We'll take that one. What are we even doing?
Pick up an extract, you can't move.
Correct.
So then what ended up happening was he turned one. He started turn one, hops with Storm, goes and picks up the middle center on his back end or whatever. Picks it up and tries to leave, and I was like, no, you can't leave. He's like, why? You can't move. He goes, you can't move. So once that happened,
Yeah.
I saw the life kind of leaving his body a little bit because he knew what was next. So I went up, threw with Storm, killed Storm top of 2. I scored, oh, by the way, I scored 7 points turn 1.
And
According to a homicide police report, 10 years ago I asked my childhood sweetheart, my best friend, and the most beautiful women in the world to marry me. And amazingly enough, all 3 of them said no.
All right. It's me. I'm here. Kara's dropping stuff all over the place. I never get a break. My stuff is always all over the floor.
At tea time, everybody agrees. I did it!
Is it only linked? Oy, 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 oy. I see you, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
I think it'll free up less space.
These are kind of too heavy. Oh, a couple doggos down there in the dark cam.
Oh,
You junkie boy.
the junk.
He's a cutie pie. Oh, yeah. There you go, Bobby, down there, too.
And you're sleeping in their little beds.
Yeah, we're looking forward to saying hi to everybody tonight.
They are cute. They are very cute. They are cute. Boop, boop. Rylan's here.
I finished finished the shelves tonight, you guys. Look. They're all done. All 4 of them.
There's nobody here. Oh, it's Jay. Hello, Jay. How are you doing this fine day? I know you're not coming to the event we're running. I look forward to the next stream, and all the paints are just on this desk. I actually do my best. Usually what happens is over the course of the week, they slowly come off as I'm working on stuff, but I actually do take the time to specifically put everything back. Finally home and not leaving. Bro, congratulations. Are you not going to work? Or did you quit? Yeah, that's going to take a long time. Yeah, I've played that one game of Malifaux at your place, and that's it, so I'm not exactly tournament ready. You know, this is always a argument.
Dude, but I'm going to show up in my pajamas and play anyway.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of my general gist is... you know, anytime anybody ever talks about this as being an argument, you know everybody's going to say, well, it's the best way to learn and play. So if you don't want to come, just say you don't want to come. Don't lie.
I'm too nervous to play 3 games. I am actually too nervous to play 3 games, but I'm either going to show my ass or make it through the day.
I don't know what that means. You'll try to stop by. Okay, so it's not that you're scared. You just don't want to play. You don't want to play with your buddies. I get it. I mean, I get it. As someone who gets it, I get it. You know, there's free painted, well, maybe not free per se, 'cause you still gotta buy a buy-in, but painted models as a prize. Doesn't get much better than that.
Always fun to get a decently painted model that you didn't have to put any effort into.
And it's limited edition. A painted limited edition model.
That's worth the price of admission.
It sure is. I mean, it's fine, Jay. It's fine. No, I mean, it's fine. I mean, if you want me to tell you it's fine, it's fine. So if that's what you want to know. Can only keep up with 2 game systems at once, and right now it's an Infinity and Mordheim. Again, you're giving me a bunch of excuses that don't ring any kind of truth. Just say you don't want to play with people.
Don't let him gaslight you, Jay. He's just being a booger.
If there was a Mordheim tournament and I wanted to play in it, come hell or high water, I'd be there. And I haven't played Mordheim since I was in community college.
I haven't played Mordheim since my 3rd life away from now.
Apparently there's an electro swing radio station. Big fan. Big fan. Nope. Automa, that wasn't even that mean. I know. I'm not being mean. I think I can actually look at your statement. I can't believe you said that, Jay. That is incredibly mean. There, see? That's all you had to say. Now you're telling the truth. Do you feel like it set you free? Like you don't have to make excuses? So now if somebody's like, Mr. J, will you play in my world tournament? And you say, no, I hate you. See, Chunk knows. See, Chunk, so you see, Kara's usually over here doing all this paint stuff and he gets upset. Now he's here to be ready for her to be here. Now he's upset because she's not over here.
What's the matter, John? Am I supposed to be here?
That wasn't, it wasn't really supposed to be a Harley Quinn. It was supposed to just be like a small child. Yeah, Mr. J? Why don't you want to play in my tournament, Mr. J? Is it because you're a douchebag? Sheesh. Okay, so not everybody was here. It's mostly just Jay. Hi, Jay. We are going to base these guys because I said yesterday that I would base a couple of them in the new Monument Hobby basing paste. So that's, by golly gee, that's what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is we use the Monument Hobby basting paste on these two models just to see what they would look like when they were fully dried. I did not pull it from the middle of the container. It was all just stuff that was like sitting on the top, so I think it might be a little bit thinner than what you might actually get in the pot. But this one, lots of little chunkies, which is good. That's what you want. It definitely looks different than the GW one. It does give it the texture. I would venture to say that this does not have as much like filling, I guess. Does it stay attached better? Me rubbing on it, none of it came off, so yes. Although I've never really had a problem with sticking. Mine always pulls off the base, might just need to press it more. I mean, I don't really press it, I just kind of slop it on there. The snow does come off because I use a lot of the snow stuff on models, but I'll put it like on top of the models. That stuff does fall off. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I use a lot of the GW texture stuff. I have no idea where it is now, but you know, when you use like I've used the snow stuff all the time. The Armageddon one and the Sterling Mud ones, I've never really had a problem with. I've never had them come off. That's a new one to me. I've never had a problem with Sterling Mud. Okay. I gotta organize all that stuff. Just another thing. Well, it's not organized. That's not something you can do. Anyway, so here is the Geist. This is for 10 Thunders. So we went for the Creepy Girl. We updated the paint job that Kara had done a little bit, which it was already pretty good, but we figured we'd just kind of give it a little sprucey-doocy. Put a little moss on the rocks. We're going to accentuate that just a tiny bit. I don't know why I didn't think of doing this last time, but, you know, as needs must. So what you do is you take some Typhus Corrosion. This is probably one of the best things that GW makes. It's actually 100% worth the money. I love this stuff. I've been using this so long that it is literally dry crud. So what I use it for is I just take some water and I just pick up some moistness going on here. Because I don't really want it super thick. You could also do this if you just water it down a little bit. But you take this like watered down literal like crud and dirt and you just kind of slap it on areas that you want to be dirty. This works really good on concrete because concrete's not usually perfect, or it's like city streets. It's a really good idea of like staining it. And you just kind of do some random patterns. And it's very good for toning down bright things, kind of like you can do with concrete stuff. So as you can see, it kind of gives it like a little bit of a dirty, like filth encrusted type look to it. It's really good for making like city streets and stuff look better. Really good for MCP bases. This is something that I always did in my MCP bases, and everybody thought my basing was usually pretty good. I don't even have to type it, and I just made you think it. You sure did. Like a dirt gravel mixture. Yeah, yes. Yes, exactly that. Listen to the man. Everybody listen to Mr. J. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do for that. Since Jay's not coming to the event because he hates us, I am just going to, really just half-butt this because nobody that matters is going to be there. But using some of the old, tufts I got, a little bit of glue, boom.
So apparently there's a street in Boston where the sun like goes straight down the street, and all these people are standing out here trying to get a shot of it, stopping traffic and shit.
Great.
Like there's hundreds of people standing on the street. It is kind of nice. Wow. The sun lined up between some buildings, y'all, in Boston.
Everybody, hide your wives.
Stop traffic.
Hide your kids. Yeah, I get that.
Out of that basket. Stupid basket. Mood Dang's mad at a basket, you guys.
Okay. My wife can take care of herself. Can she? In regards to what? I don't remember. I don't remember bringing your wife up. I'm sure she's a very capable woman, though. Also, I had to deliver the bad news to Mac when you didn't show up last Tuesday. Yeah, I saw it.
So much anger.
It's just not anytime soon. Well, I mean, you could have at least told him you weren't going to come anymore. And come on, Jay, please. I had to tell him that you were a vegetable. So he's going to think that you've just been laying in a bed, like in some kind of like diabetic coma, until you show up next time.
There's a relatable meme. My wife went to bed early to get some rest. Now I have 13 TikToks to watch, 2 house listings to look at, and a new home project she thinks would be cute.
Yep.
That's some truth.
She's done. You're just napping. That's true. You are just napping. Look at that. That looks great. Super happy with this.
Very nice.
And somebody whose name isn't Jay will get that as a prize.
How long is it? It's like your corgi.
Yeah, it sure does. It is cool, isn't it? It's like literally just some little creepy well. It's just like the well in your backyard.
Got a
Jay.
long-haired girl.
Asian
crawled out of-
Asian girl.
Girl with straight long hair.
Probably
crawled out of
Japanese.
it, covering her face to creep you the fuck out.
Language. Okay, so then the other one. It's a wizard. Look. There's just a wizard. He is classic. It's true. Like, look at me, I'm a wizard. And then a very large, hairy man shows up. And he's like, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Kara.
I know.
She already knew. Hi, Mike. No need to panic anymore. I admit that I was starting to have heart palpitations.
Yeah, we were getting a little Mike needy.
A little Mike codependent, as they say in the biz. I don't think anyone in the biz has actually ever said that. How did Mordheim go? Sorry, I missed it. My schedule got messed up. Yeah, real believable. Had to win a Mordheim game. Pew! Are you guys actually doing the extended rules for the Mordheim stuff? Where you guys are you only using rulebook warbands? I can literally never come to those because they're on Mondays, and I don't know if you know, I do something on Monday. And you're doing a map campaign. I hate that. I hate that because that's something I'd really like to do. Because I'd want to play the Bretonians. The questing knight. Because there's a questing knight warband where it's him and his group of idiot peasants who serve him supper and stop a homeless man from stabbing him with a knife. A true knightly tale for the legends.
Dude, nobody says these nuts. It's D's nuts with a D and a Z. Who are these nuts? That's just gross.
Bretonia, these nuts got me. You can line up games not on Mondays. If I added another game day to my life, I would probably end my own suffering because I don't want another game night. I do want to play Fantasy Cops. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, I'd play what, Sisters of Sigmar? If that's the case, because they're probably the closest to law. I love map campaigns. There's just something about them that really gets me going. Doesn't matter what the game is. It's because it adds another layer.
No, I meant the different things. Why is it taking this long? Because it's so big or because it's so detailed or both?
It's probably both. And I was doing everything I could to sabotage it, which took way longer than...
I could tell by the way it saved. Also, I think I might have messed it up and put it back to the original size. Because I thought I had saved it and I pulled the disc out and then I hadn't and then I clicked the button. I don't know. It's fine.
Kara, throwing away all my hard work, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have to reslice it?
No, I just had to save it again.
They should be fine.
Yeah. But it still looks really small. I wish it was like 3 times bigger. Whatever. Definitely not printing another one of those.
I mean, if it prints fine and we don't need to pay attention to it, I don't care. I mean, it's your film. I mean, do what the hell you want with it. You can line up games not on Mondays. We could play a game tomorrow. He wants. We can't play a game tomorrow because I have to play in the campaign that you abandoned, sir. Hi, Wilmar. And I gotta say, everybody, if you could take a second and wish Wilmar a happy birthday. It's his birthday today. That's another one done. Man, they look so much better with the black base. It just absolutely makes them so much better. Boop. Okay, but that is what they're going to look like when they're based. I think I do like this basting paste enough to do the rest of them like that. But there you go. That's free prize support for anybody that comes to the event and gets places 1 from 9th, probably, if they want one. They may not take one, so it might go down further. I think there's 13 people signed up right now. It's pretty good. Kara's not signed up. I have a sneaking suspicion Ernie will not play because of some stupid reason. And, yeah, I think everybody else I know, for the most part, signed up. I'm pretty sure I'm signed up. He wants to play Fantasy Kind of Heavy. No map campaign for you. Well, we're sort of playing a map campaign with the Cyberpunk stuff. Also, I bought the Beyond box and the boxes that came out last month for Warcrow. I didn't abandon. I'll be there. And send money. Send money! Do they need line of fire lines? I'm trying to. I gave the guy outside the store $100 to give the Wilmar. He said, sure. Oh, it's decked. I'm so unhappy I can't go. Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason. Yep. No, I know. That's fine. You would have got a free. You would have got a free model, but no, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not upset. It's fine. Slick. There you go. And why can't you go? Huh? Is it because you got to go to a gynecologist appointment or something like that? But we're done with most of them. We did a lot of touching up. Mr. Frog here, he's a happy boy. He's going on a little field trip.
You need some facing.
We got Mr. Moth. Touched up his eyes a little bit. Touched up his bag, but the rest of it we pretty much left alone.
He's a very pretty guy.
He is. This one I just touched up his little jumpsuit. Cleaned up his pumpkin a little bit. And cleaned up the bag a little bit. But didn't touch this one a whole lot. And cleaned up the yellow tiny bit. And, yeah, adjusted his little bow tie. Got a cute little bow tie.
I like that one.
Yeah.
One was a fun
That's one of my favorite ones. Then the mummy. We pretty much, for the most part, we repainted almost this whole thing. I'm not a big fan of the way that cream contrast works. And the skin looks a lot better when it's got that kind of sickly pale. But that's that purple.
Yeah.
You notice how it kind of looks like dead skin. And same goes for this guy. I did his skin last night, but we're going to do the rest of him today.
His hand still needs to be done. Or is he purple already?
It's all completely painted. All the skin. So that's why it's white and stuff. But for today, we're going to do the tombstone. We're going to do his hair. And we're going to clean up his jumpsuit. Or his pajamas. Pajama Sam. And then the piece de resistance, which I think is French for
The best.
I like. I'm not gonna go anywhere with that. So it's he's a Ghostbuster. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I might have to paint his entire jumpsuit because it's supposed to be a jumpsuit, and she painted separate colored pants. So I might actually just paint this like a Ghostbusters jumpsuit, which I think is it's like a greenish blue, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a beige. So I might repaint that. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that actually want that to be a jumpsuit. Which I know that's what Ernie wants. Yeah. And then we just got to paint those two. We'll put the basing paste on it. We'll be done with those for tonight. And then we'll probably paint these things so we can get them out of my life for the love of Christ. And I can be done. And then I'll never paint another Shatterpoint model in my life. If I'm lucky. Alrighty. So, no time like the present. What color should his hair be? We should probably do black. Because the jumpsuit's going to be yellow. So, let's start shaping. So, first paint that I touched today, if anybody can guess what it is.
Scrag brown.
It's Scrag Brown, baby.
What do I get?
I don't yell at you.
Not
enough. Wow. What's up? I'm so happy I can't go. That's right. You did say funeral. Yeah. I am sorry to hear that, bud. Wow, Leiluen has really good excuses not going to things for Dr. D. I get him. I'm used to it. Great uncle, no one close, but he's a big part of the extended family, unfortunately, up in Damariscotta, Maine. Almost 3 hours. Oof, that's some distance to make a hike. If Ernie goes to the tournament, then he can get what he wants. Well, he's not going to play, I guarantee it. He's going to go there, he's going to say he's had a really tough week or whatever, and then he's not going to play. Or he's going to say that he hasn't played enough games or whatever, and you know it's going to be the same excuses I hear over and over again. And if there's nothing he wants, he can get one for me. Well, he's not going. I'm telling you guys, he's not going to play. I mean, there is a chance that not all of them get taken, because there's only 13, and some people might not take one because they have their own or whatever. I'll come to round 3 for your tournament to say I support you. Magnificent. But I will be around Wednesday. Okay. We'll see. Once I find out where Malifaux will be played this week. I think it's at Ernie's this week. And I might add a little bit of like a dripping blood effect to the hand, just to give it a little novelty. Once I find out where I will absolutely sure whatever you say. Whatever you say, Josh. I'm not saying you're not going to be there. I'm just saying I'll believe it when I see it. I just, you know, don't take it personally. It's a me thing. I'm out Wednesday. Ship to Ernie is long. Plus D&D night changed to Wednesday. Oh, well, geez. That's cool. Do you play online? I also think on this model, this thing he's wearing is actually supposed to be a suit. I'm pretty sure he's wearing like a little suit. So it probably shouldn't be yellow, because I'm pretty sure like that right there's a tie. But we're just going to pretend.
I was thinking it was pajamas. My bad. More like clothes. Yeah. You could paint that middle part and it look like, you know, a yellow suit, which for a little boy wouldn't be that unusual. Grown man, it'd be kind of weird, but for a little boy, it'd be fine.
I don't think that's worth that. Alright, then we're going to paint some black. If it's at Dylan's and they cancel, I can make it. If it's at Dylan's and they can't. If it's at Dylan's? If it's at Dylan's and they cancel it, I can make what? Like the D&D night? So if they specifically plan it at my house and then they cancel their D&D, then you can make it. That's pretty nice of you, bud. Listen, all I'm saying is that there have been multiple times where I've been told, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there," and then I show up at a shop to do like a demo or to play somebody in a game or whatever, and that place is an hour away, and then when I get there, they say, "Oh yeah, man, I forgot to tell you," or I get ghosted. Yeah, I can't go because of my, my thing or whatever, And it's exceedingly frustrating. Yeah, we gotta repaint this tombstone. I don't like the vibe on this.
He's doing that sit thing again.
Where he's sitting straight.
Yeah. So weird.
He's a weird dog. Chunk, have you figured out something that we gotta know? I did find the pen, the laser pen at work, so I might try and laser his knee at work on Fridays.
Well, Bruce is coming day after tomorrow.
Well, he's gonna have a super knee now, so I hope you enjoy having a dog with a super knee. What do you think of that? Huh?
Sure.
And then he's gonna walk around and he's gonna be
Feels
like,
better.
"Look at me."
As long as he feels better.
He's gonna be like, "Woof." You know how he's always going around doing that?
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, look at
He
me,"
does it a lot more when you're not here.
because he knows who's boss. Like, I better not woof around Daddy.
That time and then we go have some therapy, okay? You wanna go sit and have some therapy? Make your knee feel better. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Don't worry, birthday boy. We can make our own night at the Wynn Casino. Malifaux at the blackjack table.
Wow.
We could do that. That's true.
That sounds like a proposal. I mean, do I need to give y'all some space, have the room?
Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. That's a joke that never gets old.
That was a good one. I might have to save that one. That one might have to go on Arachne. Why'd you put this here? The hard drive. Oh, because you don't have the things right. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna take a picture of that one actually. I'm gonna save that one for later. I'll make sure I give you credit for that one. Take the picture, please. You'll be on the podcast in spirit, that's true. You sure will. And if I need someone to come on and talk about how they pass 27 armor saves in a row on somebody I have dead to rights, I'll also have you on as a guest for that. You're already on the podcast, though, Mike. You were on there for the army that's no longer in existence. They specifically, CB said, hey, Mike, throw all your models in the trash. Now, not only do they not answer your emails, now they want you to throw all your models in the trash. I don't know, Mike, were you in Sprite? You didn't mention it while we were on the podcast. I can't answer these questions unless you tell me. Been reading on other masters thanks to the breach side, and Damien seems nuts. Well, he just recently got nerfed. So it depends on what you're reading. If you're just reading his card, I think it's already been updated, but if you're reading like blog posts and stuff, just make sure it's recent, because it just recently happened. It's a love-hate relationship, very abusive. Yeah, brother, I get that. You gotta be an amazing guest for someone that no longer even met. That's true. People are gonna go on the podcast, listen to that episode, and be like, I don't know what the heck these people are talking about. Why don't you email them about what they did to Caledonia? That'll be the one time they actually answer you. They'll be like, dear Mr. Soup. My podcast episode doesn't matter. Take it down. Only those early enough to deserve it have heard. We can't, Mike, we can't do that. I can't do that, Mike. Once it's in the web, it can never come out. I love how they drop all these great new French models, then drop the French sectorial after making everyone think they were getting a refresh. Well, all of their new stuff is in vanilla now, right? It's not like the profiles went anywhere. Dear Mr. Dear Mr. Kanye, weren't you the real Kanye West? So it would have been Dr. Mr. the real Kanye West, the inventor of soup. We have replied to your email for the last time. We don't want you a part of this community. Go do something else, but we will make sure you get blacklisted from every game community out there. That's basically what they would say, I assume. Yeah, that's probably a pretty succinct email, yeah. And stop standing outside our doors wearing your goth chicks love me shirt. Don't take the bait. Don't take that bait. Don't play his game, Mike. They don't love me, else they would have been sacrificed for some weird god by now. That's true. Especially this time of year. But that is a trap. cuffing season, which for goth women, cuffing is more fun because I assume they use real real handcuffs to the radiator. Hey man, if there's a time of the year, I mean, it's only responsible. The radiator help keep you warm.
Sounds kind of dangerous, but like, won't it burn you? Won't the radiator burn you?
Well, yeah, that's what makes it hot or something.
I don't know. We're Florida kids, so I'm not sure we would be safe handcuffed.
I'll have you know that I've never been a children, okay?
Oh, okay.
Ain't never in my whole life I ever been a children.
Let me go get that picture I have of you when you were 5.
Yeah, I bet you do. You even know where it is? No. No. Alright, so we're going to try something new here. Nobody's ever done this in all of painting. We're going to mix paint.
Whoa.
So what I want this to look like is I want this to have like kind of a bleu, a sacre bleu color to it. Maybe we'll work up to like a gray, like a bluish gray. So we're going to use some of this Monument Hobby blue. And we're going to mix it with some black. You know what, we're going to mix it with a little bit of this Patalo blue too. Give it some darkness. Can I get an F in the chat for the Patalo blue? One of the best colors in the rainbow. Where did I put my black? There it is. Good old Patui blue. Good old Haktua blue. It's a classic. The thing is maybe the next shirt we do for Arachne should just be a Deezaster Zone shirt, where we have a paint Scrag Brown. We'll have to misspell it some way so that GW can't sue us, and then Patui blue, Peppermint Patty blue. Scraggy. Scraggy brown, baby. Gotta get that scraggy brown. Classic scraggy brown. So we're just taking some of this weird blue. I was just on a mountain this week called Little Scraggy Brown? Sheesh! Was it little? Or was that just like a misleading name? Or was that like one of those names where your nickname is Skinny Pete, but you're not skinny? He had some brown in his pants after the hike. Sheesh! I think you might be pushing it. I think you might be pushing it too far there, buddy. Compared to the rest of the mountains in Colorado, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what are we yeah? Is it the fact that it's smaller? Yeah, how was Colorado? Also, are you going to PAX this year? I like this one. Yeah. Who do you think I'm talking to, Josh? The person that's talking back to me. Are you going to PAX? Are you going to go to PAX, Jay? Or not Jay? Josh? Huh? You going to go? Are you going to go, Mike? I would also. That's one of the reasons why I'm asking Mike is because I got to figure out a hotel thing. Yeah, that's a bit of the issue, isn't it? So I was even talking to Kara about this while we were talking to the dogs. I'd really like to go, but the hotel thing is such a colossal pain in the balls.
Or an Airbnb.
I doubt there's any that are left. So we might have to like find a place that's a little far away. Nope, don't have the money. Then why would I be talking to you, Josh? Look at hotels and made plans and it just doesn't look good. I used to Uber, Lyft over from the Best Western Plus Philadelphia Panelasuki Haidukin Hotel. Oh my god. How about the homeless encampment near there? Real cheap on Airbnb plus free horse tranquilizer every night. I don't think that's free. The first one's free. It's right on the other side of the bridge, so it's not that expensive to do that. And just checked, and it's $150 a night. Oh, that's super cheap. Do they still have openings? Ooh, that's pretty good. Let me just grab that real quick. Because I have no problem Ubering over there. Like, that's whatever, you know. Perfect. Cool. I might make that happen. I stayed there 2 or 3 years. It's a decent hotel just far away. Yeah, you, because I think you showed that to me last time, too. And I was going to go, and then I found out about the mask thing. And I was thinking, like, I don't want to go all the way to a con to have to deal with a mask. A mask thing. That was like 2 years ago. And then the year after that, I couldn't go because I had just switched jobs. Or I was dealing with like I was dealing with some kind of I was dealing with some kind of money thing. It might have been maybe we just moved or something like that. It might have been a move. Yeah, I definitely remember us talking about this though. And he said we would be, you know, we could be like sort of roomies, like we could be across the hall from each other, and we could put a string underneath our doors, and on each other's door, you know, like going between the two rooms so we could talk to each other through cans. Yeah, yeah. Last year was mask free. Mask con stunk, but my con I've been going to for like 15 years was great because half the amount of people would come. That's true. And it wasn't even like I'm anti-mask or anything. I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. I noticed that using masks would sometimes give me a bit of a gnarly headache. And when I go on vacation, I don't want to have a headache. Thanks for checking, Jay. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. What are you gonna do when you're there, Jay? And I'm thinking on the drive over there, I'm thinking I might just listen to audio only Boogie Nights. Not even like the movie, just the audio of the movie.
Are you trying to like recreate that bad dinner we had at ACO?
That bad dinner. Oh, with the rave music.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction. How is that recreating anything?
Well, because you were gonna listen to Boogie Nights, just the audio.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I thought you were talking about PAX or something.
I was talking about PAX.
So there was a through line for my brain.
Just a through line. Okay. Sure. Yeah, maybe we could play a normal board game again. I don't think we've done that since Twilight Struggle. That sounds right. I don't think we have. Walk the con, play all the stuff in the new section, play whatever my friends spend their money on that, because they always leave with multiple full board game bags, classic road trip accompaniment, Boogie Nights audio. Dude, it's such a classic movie. I don't want to see it, I just want to hear it. Just to put myself into it, you know? I just want to eat junk food of Philly. Well, then why you go to a con? I do it every year. It's next to Chinatown. So delicious. You know what else is delicious? You know what else is delicious, Jay? Tell me.
Which Jay is this?
It's the one named Jason.
That helps me with the audio?
Yes. It's the one that you bowled with soup with.
Ah, sweet. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Audio, Jay. A Philly cheesesteak is delicious. I can't eat Philly cheesesteak because that cheese would destroy my insides.
I think you could get it with mozzarella.
I could probably eat it if there's mozzarella, but then it's not a real Philly. Cause I mean, I'll still eat it, but you know, some people get really touchy about that kind of stuff. Because Con has more people to do stuff with. I wanted to destroy my insides. I'm not taking no pills. Do you know who I am? I'm a chiropractor, Jay.
I don't think that there is a pill that would help Dylan with his American cheese issue. It's just better he doesn't eat
It's technically not American cheese. It's Cheese Whiz. Technically speaking.
Nah, it's also American cheese.
Nah. Nah.
I've cooked it
Nah.
all my life to know what I'm saying.
Nah. Yeah, it's just crappy cheese that does it. Oh, okay. Break some bones to help your gash. Break some bones to help your gash issues. I don't take my pills either. I raw dog life. Yo, bro. Amen. Yo, same.
I think it's only going to get 2 colors out of this print. But the smaller the spool gets, the closer the colors will get, I think.
Sure. Is it pale? Is one of the colors pale?
It's pale pink.
Oh, pale pink.
Pale pink. And then it's going to be pale blue. And then there's also pale yellow. The other one's hot pink and dark blue. Or magenta and dark blue.
Should I tell the audience the
But by all means, entertain yourself. I think there's some green in there.
there's some green. Guys, there's some green. So we got a new filament today. Well, we've had it for I don't know, a week or two.
We started using it today.
Yeah, we started using a new filament today. And I get it home, and Kara's like, you know, wah, 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 wah. You know, my sister, wah, wah, my mom, wah, wah, wah. New filament on the thing that you said we could print, wah, wah, wah. It's the color, it's pale. And I was like, okay. Is it that blue? Is it the rainbow one or the pink and blue one? Oh, it's the pale one. And she wanted me to know what that meant. I don't know what that means. Is it red or green? It's the colored one. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Very helpful. You may do better with some of the places that make their own whiz. That might be possible. I'd be willing to try it and then die. Also, when I was at the first PAX I went to, I learned about Scrabble. So good. So descriptive. I know. I get it. And that's the most of my conversations here. And then I get frustrated, and then I'm asked why I'm in such a bad mood all the time. Scrabble is an affront to God. It's so good. I like hash, though. I'm a corned beef hash kind of guy. Let's go to Oh Brother Philly. So good. Is that the one that has the Philly cheesesteaks or the Scrabble? Oh, it's the one with food. Got it. Thank you.
There's a cheesesteak sandwich place downtown, and I think it's called Mike's, and it's really good.
I know.
Oh my God.
No, that's Mike.
Not that Mike. It's kind of near Front Street.
This music sounds like it's something from Rocky.
Scrabble chipped beef. What's chipped beef?
It's a certain way to. It's like corn chip beef. You used to call it poop on a shingle. It's the best cheesesteak within walking distance of the con. Isn't Scrabble chipped beef? Correct me if I'm wrong. No, Scrabble is... No, it's mashed up pile of intestines and other cutoffs. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's essentially what's left over of the bacon, the ham, and the... There's one other meat in it. It's like the bad bits of the sauce. It's like all the meat products, and they just like... They like smash it together. It's so bad. It's one of the worst things on the earth for you to eat. But it's so delicious.
These are weird choices to make in life by putting that into your body when you're so particular about so many other things.
I'm being judged. Help. Send help. Got it. American version of haggis. Kinda. Actually,
Yeah.
kinda.
That's real close.
Oi, we laddie loser! It's me haggis!
My sister lives in Scotland now, and sometimes on the train there'll be like joke signs that say like haggis container or something, and like my mom is still slightly confused. She's like, is haggis an animal? Is it its own animal, or is it just a part? She lives in Alabama. She can't grasp it.
She can't do it. It's the pale one. Technically, it's a product of Dutch immigrants. Wow. Way to profile. Sending help. Ask the guy who's supposed to deliver Wilmar's $100 to come and help you. He asked for $20 to do so, so I gave it to him. Should be coming to help me. Thank you. And I'm going to ask him, what color does this filament look like? And he's going to say, that looks really pale.
Pale rainbow.
No, no. That's not what you said.
I definitely did not say rainbow.
You did not.
However.
Yeah, here we go.
In my mind, I thought I would say
rainbow. Okay. All right, here comes the female arguments. No, listen, I said in my brain.
I 100% did not communicate well to you, and it is not your fault. I'm just telling you why I kept saying pale, because in my brain I thought I was being explicit.
Doctor profiling. Yeah, no, you're right.
Because, like, the pink and blue one is not pale. That is bright.
Sure.
That is not pale.
Thank you for clarifying. I'm really hoping that you're looking at the label and it says pale. I'm really hoping that's what you see. I really hope you're looking for corrective. Dichromatic. Wow, I didn't know we were reading from library books.
It sounds like some kind of Disney animation technology. Technicolor.
Like Technicolor.
That was like a big deal when Sleeping Beauty came out. I know a little bit of Disney history, okay?
And I remember to this day, it said Beauty and the Beast, now remastered in pale. It's gonna look beautiful. Gaslighting is something women make up when they are crazy. Remember that. That's true. They're hysteric.
Yeah.
Because their hysterectomies went wrong or whatever.
Send them to the hospital.
Send bits.
Some,
Send bits.
What's
here we go.
Therapy they used to do?
Electrotherapy.
Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like a lobotomy is where they slice into you and take out some of your brain.
Lobotomy. Yeah. That is a lobotomy. Sodomy.
That's not the same as a lobotomy.
It is. Who's the doctor here, Carol? Me.
If that's what you think, I'm gonna say you're not a real doctor.
Yeah, well, everybody's been saying that for years, so. You can't hurt me, Mr. Krabs.
It's gonna be 7 degrees warmer tomorrow than it was today.
Oh my god.
That's only gonna make it 56 degrees.
Oh my god. I can't wait to wake up and walk the dogs. It's gonna be so fun. And then they're gonna stand there and stare at me as I shake. And be like, what's wrong with this guy? Why doesn't he just put on his fur suit? And I'll be like, I can't do that here within 50 yards of a school area.
You can't have a fursuit because you have your tail on backwards.
Why is your tail on backwards, human? So we did it! Look at this creepy tombstone. It's like, ooh, spooky.
Don't you mess it up.
Gaslighting is
But that's a very spooky, babe.
People are gonna look at this model and be like, it's too spooky.
I hope I place so I can win that model. That one's really good.
You think you're gonna place, huh? You think you got the guts?
Yeah.
You got the rock hard. Got the rock hard abs. Are you gonna complain about when she dies?
No, because now I know that's okay.
Now she knows that.
She wasn't supposed to ever die.
Now she knows that.
Honestly, I guess I thought that, like, none of my models should ever die.
Carol, life is about learning when the things that you love are supposed to die.
Yes. I don't do great with death.
And that's why we're working on that. And by we, I mean pretty much just me. Getting cried at and whined at and all the other godforsaken things.
Tell everybody all my flaws.
Taking out the micron pen.
Oh, it's still pink. I want it to turn blue.
I want it to turn pale.
Also a satiny filament, so it shimmers and shines. It doesn't even need to be painted, it's just pretty.
Somebody died here. His name.
He has a nice, pretty yellow outfit on now.
It's very, very difficult to read, but it says, "Rip Dr. D."
If I was gonna be a 90s character, though, it would definitely be Karen from Will and Grace. And Evan would be my Jack.
Sure. Well, you know what, Jay? When we're at PAX together, we should share an ice cream. You start at one end and I'll start at the other. And then we'll kiss.
Is he gonna be your Jack?
No, he's gonna be the guy that I bang in a bathroom stall. Not in a car.
Guys, be careful. You guys should totally get a hotel. Like, nobody over 30 should be doing it anywhere uncomfortable if they don't have to.
I know they sell a mango slushy at the con. All right, this is what we do. You'll start at the straw top. I'll start at the bottom, and then we'll meet. We'll slowly meet in the middle, and then we'll do what Mike Tyson says. We'll kiff. We'll kiff.
I don't think Mike Tyson ever said that. I think the internet.
I've heard him say it.
Okay.
I was there.
Okay.
I was in the ring.
Sure. I think you just think you heard it because you've seen the meme so many times and imagined it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said it on Mike Tyson's Adventures.
Okay.
Here we go.
Question.
All right, question time.
Have you ever met Mike Tyson?
All right, how legal of a answer does this need to be?
As legal as you can be, I guess.
Yes, I've met him. She thinks that's funny.
I've met Evander Holyfield.
Is that a legal answer?
That's as legal of an answer as I can give. Can't go into much more.
Was he the real deal Evander Holyfield?
He was the real deal. He was a very, very nice person. Really, really kind. Like one of those cool celebrities. Like not.
The government is watching.
Not like, you know, don't act like I am who I am. You know, like some celebrities that are like weird sometimes. He was just like cool. Very, very nice.
Did he have a funny hat on?
Nah, his ear looked great. They rebuilt it real nicely.
Well, that's good.
But I will say, of all the people's hands I've ever shaken,
Not stirred.
I actually did think he was gonna hurt me. Like, I have shaken men's hands who were intimidated by me, and they were, like, trying to show off and, you know, obviously, like, giving it an extra oomph. That man was being very kind, and I thought he was gonna break me.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Kara thinks she's intimidated people.
I know I have.
Was it you, Omar? Were you the one that was intimidated?
I had the chance to intimidate Wilmar. Because every time we have Infinity Night at our house, Wilmar finds an excuse to not come to Infinity Night. I don't mean Infinity, I mean,
Story's changing. Here it goes. Here we go.
Malifaux Night.
There it is.
And I've got this awesome demon. He's going, nom, nom, nom.
What do you got to say about that,
Mike,
Wilmar?
seriously?
Intimidate you by existing?
All you would have to do is, like, say hello to a decent lady and she would, like, fall all over you. You're, like, so kind.
Just tell her you could drive her home.
That is a big deal in Boston. So the card shows him as gray suit.
Yep, I'm gonna paint it blue.
I'm sorry you didn't like what I did.
I mean, there's no use apologizing.
Sure.
I mean, it's forever burned in my brain.
At least you liked what I did with him, because that's very different.
Sure. Can you repeat that again? I missed it.
Missed what?
I don't know. What did you miss?
I like our version of this so much better. Actually, I like our version of Moth Munchkin so much better too.
I know what they look like. I think I will paint my moth white. But the way you did it's pretty good.
No, all moths are white.
And these look real good when the basing is on there. Like, this doesn't look good just because it has that base thing going on, but
Yeah.
I think they look significantly better when that basing is done.
I
You
really
broke
like
it.
that
Well,
one.
you broke it.
I really like that one.
Well, then all you gotta do is win.
I like that one. I like all of them actually. I think it works really well when you mostly pick out the colors that they use.
When you mostly use the colors they use. You mean the studio?
No, mostly use the colors that you told me to use.
Oh.
Because you were like, oh, well, use purple and make his pants purple. And you told me I could paint her hair black, which made me really happy.
I heard my name, so I assumed I missed something. Kara was calling you out for being a chicken and not coming to our house to play Malifaux with her. And then she waved a model around in my face.
I did do that. Are you gonna be at the event?
You are going to be at the event, right?
Wilmar? On Saturday?
I don't think he signed up.
If D&D gets canceled, I'll go to your place. I should be. Okay. Well, then we probably will get matched up at that.
I can make that happen.
Because I've really been looking forward to playing you. Because you're so nice. play those dancing twins that get like 3 turns in a row. That makes me want to like slit my wrist.
I think she's talking about Corfy. Don't tell her about all the other 2 models that do that. Because there's definitely more than one. He says he's not bringing nice toys on Saturday. Because he wants this model.
Oh, well, maybe I don't want to play you on Saturday. Well, maybe I want to play you last on Saturday. When I'm tired.
I can't make that happen.
Oh, well, if I play him
Ow!
first, though, then everybody I play after that's going to be, like, easier, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely going to lose if he's not bringing nice toys.
Well, he says he's bringing all the toys from Sid's attic. Let's go home and play. Yeah, he says he's gonna bring the baby head with the mechanical arms. Hey, he's a spider. There's a spider, there's a hooker. There's the super strong ducky. And it's a hooker because it's female legs with a big hook. Where in the story does Breach Side start? Like early 2nd edition, earlier, or later? I think it starts... I think it... Okay, well that's kind of a weird question because it starts in 2nd edition, but 1st edition didn't really have a story.
So it starts at the beginning of the story.
It essentially starts from the beginning, yeah. Because, like, in 1st edition, it was like, hey, yo, this guy's name is like Mark or something or whatever, who knows, and then he's got these wicked powers. Okay, have fun. And then that was it. It was, like, literally nothing. Rasputina could shoot ice powers out of her hands. It's pretty cool. Isn't that cool? Alright, good luck. So, like, back in Malifaux, it was like you didn't even really know what the heck Malifaux was. Like, you didn't even know Malifaux was, like, a separate dimension. They were just like, yeah, you know, it's Malifaux, whatever. Have fun. What does that mean? The guild's the government or something? I don't know. Whatever, go. What are you doing? What are you asking me questions for? Go play your Malifaux.
Did you understand the guild?
Not really. They're just like, yeah, it's the government, and they're like trying to kill stuff. I don't know, whatever. Go play your game. Look at that. Look at Lilith flying around or whatever. And you're like, okay.
Steampunk, yeah.
It wasn't even really steampunk back then either. It was mostly like Neverborn. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like Neverborn were like a thing, so there was like Lilith. You're like, okay, sexy lady thing, and then Dreamer was there. You're like, okay, little kid with like monsters. Okay. Mexican cowboys.
Confusing.
A blind lady with a bunch of undead cowboys.
And a big cow.
Not a big cow. Not the right people. Sonya was there, who was just running around with like these little midgets with knives. Who else was there? Seamus was around. You're like, okay, it's supposed to be like Jack the Ripper or something. And they were like, yeah, you know, it's like Jack the Ripper with a big gun or something. I don't know, whatever. Go do your thing. Go play the Malifaux. What are you doing? Hey. Like, okay. I don't understand. Yeah, 1st edition Zoraida is something special. That is for sure. Okay, I'm on like 30 or so. Just listen to the one where they had Masaki and Karis fight. Yeah, that one's okay. Karis is kind of boring until later. She's just like. Yeah, Teddy. The Teddy one's coming. The Teddy one is very good. That's probably the best episode I've heard so far. I'm like 33 or something like that.
I'm at like 57 and I quit
Look at me, I'm Cam. Over here, I got all the time in the world to listen to podcasts and stuff. Look at me, alright, whatever. Go play your Malifaux or whatever. I don't know. I got nothing better to do than make fun of Dylan all the time. Look at me.
Listen to a bunch of podcasts while you drive.
Whee!
It's just not the same ones I listen to.
I also can't listen to it unless I have headphones. Because it's really hard to hear. I laughed how little Hamlin had for a second. I know, right? He's like, hey, you know, I'm a rat catcher or something or whatever. It's cool. Oh my god, I'm dead. Now I'm Hamlin. Look at me, now I'm a tyrant. I feel sorry for Nyx more than anything. Oh, and just for a record, if you try to ask Kara about anything in any of the episodes, she will have no idea what you're talking about. I really wish they would turn the music down, yes. Yeah, their audio mix is god-awful.
Oh, bad.
It's very bad.
It does get better, though, and they stop doing the repeat stuff. They start, like, editing better.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that.
Towards, like, episode 40, I think.
They will repeat lines and stuff. It's just like, why did you just edit that out?
Sometimes it's really long, too. It'll go back really
Yeah, it'll be like a paragraph. They repeat. So you like stop and have to think like, did they just repeat what they just said?
Sometimes too, like they completely change the dialogue. It like starts over and like you'll like the first part of the sentence is the same and then like it'll change. It's interesting. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, but you can tell the 10 Thunders, they came around right around when those episodes were coming out. Because 10 Thunders were not in the game when it first started. Masaki was. She was around since the very beginning, but she was a like a mercenary. Yeah, so if I don't have my earbuds with me while I'm driving, I can't understand what the hell they're saying. Yeah, anytime, and sometimes when certain characters come on, I'm like I'd rather just fall asleep and not listen. Like as soon as Hoffman comes on, I'm like, all right, can't wait to be bored. I'm such a poor boy with polio, and I'm super uninteresting. Oh, my brother died.
I haven't listened to any since then. I had no idea there was somebody with polio in the story.
I don't think they ever say he has polio, but he has polio. He's the guy that works in the robot division of the guild.
Oh, I do remember him, kind of nerdy.
He is very nerdy. And he's constantly hanging out with Ramos. Man, we're making a pretty good timer. It's only almost 10. Sheesh. What is so funny?
I'm just looking at the pail.
I see. Yeah, he bores me. Yeah, he's boring. I want to hear more Murder Spirit Kirai stuff. Kirai.
Agreed.
Yeah, Kirai stuff's kind of interesting. Again, it's a certain point where you're just like, all right, can we stop listening to the whiny girl, please? But her story is actually somewhat interesting. Again, it's one of those like Japanese mythology. Well, I should say, because like the monsters in that I think are mostly like, I think it's like that pre-Sengoku era mythology that came around. I'm actually been watching a video game story description where it actually talks about some of the monsters that are in Malifaux. But it's like the Gaki, because Gaki have been around for like a long time, but they're in Malifaux, but they like obviously look way different. Because Gaki I think is Japanese for like hunger or like wanting or something like that. So it's just like a mouth, which is why the Malifaux Gaki are just like floating mouths. All right. How am I gonna do this?
That looks cute. Are you doing it navy like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a navy.
That looks cute.
Um.
Sorry, I messed up and it couldn't be beige.
You're welcome.
Where'd our stream go?
I threw it away. Oh, did anybody do any whip it outs? I got so distracted I didn't even look. No. No whip it outs. Wow, Josh. Way to not whip it out.
Wow.
I'm too tired, can't concentrate. What do you mean you're not paying? What? 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 Oh, what? But I plan to have all Bygone done by this week. Is that right? Across the sky.
Wonder if my brood mother will get built by this weekend. It's okay if you don't build her. Because I haven't had a chance to practice.
I can take a photo of all the magnets I've attached to bases tonight. That's pretty sick.
Crafting counts?
Hey Jay, you want to see a model that's sick and ill? Look at him. He's doing a kickflip. See how sick that is? Sick. such a blur. I wish that Twitch has normal emojis so I can could throw up the sick sign. You know what? I'll have to make that a redeem. I can change the redeems now. So we'll do one where it's like sick. Something. Well, you know what? You're the resident expert on sick. You know, on being ill. What should it be? You think it'd be like Blink 182? Make it like 50 bits. I won't remember a thing. Yeah, gotta throw it up freely. Well, I don't think I could put things on there for free. Man, I'd rate that fig as just under the weather. Just under the weather. I don't get it. Oh, he's saying, oh, I gotcha. Got it. That makes more sense. Well, I get that there has to be a redeem, Jay. I just don't know what the redeem should be. You know, so it's like the Colossus going thing, you know. $1K points. So that was Tim. I can change that. I'll change it back to something. That one. Maybe record yourself going sick. Actually, I could do that. I have no idea how redeems work on the back end. Can it just blow up in the center of the screen? Yeah, it does like that. So there's probably going to be a lot of King of the Hill stuff in there soon too. I will keep the Colossus thing because that's Wilmar's favorite one. Knocking will probably stay, even though nobody's tried to scare me in like forever. That's the danger zone. My wife is actively watching Coda. Oh, King of the Hill in the next room. Sick. King of the Hill is one of the best shows ever made. End of sentence. If anybody argues with me, you're dead to me. If you don't think the same. And if you say that, I'm going to find somebody you love and I'm going to tell them that you're stupid. And you are not going to be able to recover from that. I guarantee it. Jay, did you see the some of the information that came out for the reboot or the sequel or whatever you want to call it? There's actually art of Bobby. Bobby. And the bio.
Love the art of Bobby. I want to see it.
No.
Please.
No.
Bet.
Why can you not just Google it?
Because the stream wants you to pull it up so I can come over there and talk about
The stream wants me to pull it up. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Yeah, they're in 2025. There's going to be a like a sequel. Bobby's going to be 21. Yeah, I'll show it in a second. I guess people do want to see it. Here it is. Good old Reddit.
Stress and chunk out.
So yeah, here's Bobby in the reboot. So they've been pretty airtight on all the information coming out for this. Dale Gribble did have a couple episodes voiced before he died, but the voice actor for him did pass away just fairly recently. But apparently they're already working on the second season of the new show, and supposedly it comes out early 2025. But I'll read it, since this is now a King of the Hill stream. Yeah, I know it's gonna be tough to find somebody to replace him if they keep him at all. Chef Bobby Hill has loved food his whole life, from weekends around the dinner table eating his mom's shut up. What did I say?
Weekends.
From weeknights around the dinner table eating his mom's spaghetti and meatballs, to overindulging in lutefisk at church potlucks, to celebrations with family and friends at Luli's cafeteria. Food and the people it's enjoyed with are the ingredients for his best memories. In fact, his career as a robota chef was inspired by his most cherished memory of all weekend spent grilling with his dad. A self-taught chef and one of the youngest contestants on King of the Grill, Chef Hill believes good food can solve any problem. He draws on the influences of his childhood by combining classic Texas dishes with flavors from around the world. With robota chain, Chef Hill hopes to honor the art of Japanese robota and the German heritage of the Texas Hill country while pushing culinary boundaries with his innovative fusion dishes.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot going on in this. Spaghetti and Meatballs was a specific episode of the show. Lutefisk at the church potluck is the episode where he accidentally burns the church down and Cotton takes the blame for it. And Luli's cafeteria is a place that they go to in a couple episodes of the show. Obviously, and the show ends. The very last episode is when him and his dad are grilling together. It's also when he does that the cow. There's the cow thing, and he has to describe the different cuts of meat or whatever. I think that was the last episode. A self-taught chef, blah blah blah. And so the idea is that Japanese robota is a certain kind of, it's like Japanese barbecue, I think. And so the idea is that Hank is still going to have problems identifying with his son, because the whole point of King of the Hill is that Hank is a conservative who has a son who does things that he doesn't understand, and the entire point of the episode is him trying to understand what Bobby's trying to do, for most of the episodes anyway.
Hank is a boomer who had a Gen Z kid.
And Hank is a really good dad because he's always initially very skeptical and like overly judgy. Yeah, that boy ain't right. And he's very judgy of the thing that Bobby does, but then in the end they find some kind of common ground and they both tend to enjoy the thing. Which is why King of the Hill is so well written and it's one of the best shows ever made. Is because it's actually about like family values and stuff. It's actually incredible.
How he wishes his dad would love him.
And if you think about the continuation of that, Bobby's now 21, and it's suspected that he's going to be the owner / chef of a restaurant, but it's also going to be some kind of like combination thing where Hank isn't going to understand, and he's going to be like, oh.
If he's an owner /
Boo!
chef of a restaurant at 21, then that's not very realistic. He needs to be some piece of shit at some amazing restaurant, and he's like getting beat up all the time. That'd be much more realistic for somebody in the food industry. I watched The Bear. I know.
Yes, it is a fusion restaurant. I agree that show has a lot of heart and is very realistic in terms of family dynamics. Yes, it is. And I think Peggy is probably my least favorite character on the show, but she's fine.
Was she something you could relate to in one of your
No.
households?
Not in the slightest.
Does it still swing?
Yep. Well, I switched it to mine station. Oh, that's not a skin fold. That's like supposed to be a laser beam. Okay, that changes how we're gonna do this.
Yeah. That's where your OSL's gotta come from. See, they even did it.
Yeah, they put a lot more work into it than I'm going to.
That's fair.
What am I? I'm sitting here.
I think
I'm sitting
they
here looking
overdid it a little bit.
sitting here looking at this. I'm like, what am I? How am I going to approach this? Everybody, shut up! I'm trying to think. No. Bring out the white. Also loved Mike Judge's 2 seasons of that behind the music type docs, both the outlaw country and the funk stuff, super stuff. I didn't even know he did that. I will watch it. I think anything Mike Judge makes is incredible. Obviously, Beavis and Butthead, amazing. How many butts does she have? Score. It was a cartoon that talked about music videos on MTV. Could you believe it?
Not a music video, though. Hadn't had that on MTV in 25 years.
Kara's really sensitive about it. Her dad died because of a music video.
No. It's just MTV
And her dad was very upset about it.
No, my dad didn't care.
He slipped and fell into the music video.
Even pop-up music videos was awesome. It wasn't a real music video. It was kind of a bastardization of a music video, but it was still fun.
She said that she was a bastard. And she didn't know who her dad was.
That's not true.
But little did she know that her dad, and also her fake dad, who she thought was her dad her entire life, had both fallen into music videos. Was he a radio star? Hey, Kara, was your real dad a radio star?
Definitely not.
She said, definitely.
You could if you guys want to know. If y'all seriously want to see who my dad is, Google the blind rapper. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. It's not a great performance, but that's my dad.
You don't have to do that if you don't want to, guys. I think the legal implications of it are you might not want to. Or you also might fall and get stuck in a music video. Which one? That's a good question. Instructed by wife to pick up some toilet paper at the supermarket this morning. Couldn't help myself repeating the Cornholio line as I slung the TP into my cart. I am Cornholio. TP for my bunghole. Hey, Kara.
Yeah.
They're asking which music video your dad fell into.
What music video my dad was in?
Yeah, which one did he fall into when he fell?
He didn't fall. It was just church stuff. It's not like real.
I don't know what that means, but take that as you will, I guess.
It's not like he did like a real music video. It was just like a church performance that is probably taped on YouTube.
So you guys are learning as much as I am. Apparently there's a band out there called Church Stuff. And, yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I am Cornholio. Hi, Chunk. You're the Chunk. Oh, you're the chunky boy. Oh, yeah, you're a good chunky boy. You're a good chunk.
Nobody was even touching you. So rude. It's time for you to go to sleep. You're too grumpy to be talking. Go to sleep. Lay down, go to sleep. Good night.
Bubby's upset because his dad also fell into a music video. It's rough out here, you know. Instructed by wife. Did she have to give you like really concise instructions on how to go get toilet paper, or did you kind of figure it out on your own? Or were you just like, oh, thank goodness my wife gave me very detailed instructions on how to go to the store and buy toilet paper? Almost done. I'm almost done. It feels really good to be almost done. For the record, I was told that there was going to be a bunch of Fury's Finest people showing up today. And there are none. Let me check. If you're from Fury's Finest, please tell me. Because I was told something, and I want to know if it was true or not. Not a 1. Not a 1. I see Devin though. Devin's in there. The Chris is here. Chris, I need you to tell me. Did you get really concise instructions? Devon. Yes. Devon, the best, potentially the best co-host of Arachne. According to Kara. Because she's always like, oh my gosh, is Dwight D. Eisenhower, is he the guest this week? And I'm like, no, it's Devin. And then I have to explain who Devin is for like the 15th time. And then she's like, oh my gosh, you're my favorite co-host. She's putting her... Mike asked, do you mean nothing? Does he mean nothing to you? She's not gonna... Mike, you gotta understand, she doesn't know who you are. Swing and a miss. She'll try again later, don't worry.
I thought you said that I didn't edit Mike's minutes at the beginning.
Never said that. Yeah, Mike, your episode was only like, what, 3 or 4 episodes ago? It did feel like yesterday, that's true. I was there. I remember I was sitting there, I was on TV. I was sitting there watching TV. You walked into my house uninvited, and you tripped and fell over Chunk, and you almost fell into a music video, but I stopped you. And then I said, hey, do you want to record an episode of Arachne about Caledonia? What is, she's over there making weird noises. Just trying to talk to my buddy Mike here. This is funny?
Yeah.
Mike, I'm sorry. Poor Chunk. I know! But anyway, you almost fell into the TV, into the music video. But I stopped you, and then you were like, hey, yo, daddy-o, do you want to talk about Cameronians? I was going to go to one of P. Diddy's parties, but then I was like, yeah, dude, we got to do this. Yeah, Chunk did not take to being tripped on very well. He's got a bad knee as it is, you know. Let me look at... Well, that's Bubby. Bubby, what are you doing in it? What are you doing in that bed?
I am so upset about poor Chunk that I had to spend these little crab things to make sure Karen knows how upset I am. Poor Chunk.
Crab things. He had to spin these little crab things. Oh, man. Also another Tim holdover. I might be able to fix that. I'll make it something that we can all relate to. Tiny pictures of Mike. It'll be Mike's face. That's what I'm saying. I like the crab. You like crab bucks? Jeez. Little soup bowls. That's a good thought. You guys want to see how Bubby loves us? Look. Hi, Bubby. Do you like love, Bubby? Just watch his mouth. Grrr. Grrr.
He'll be happy at 6:50 in the morning.
So yeah, 6:50. As soon as you open your little peepers, he's like, "Hey,
Hey, I love you so much.
you want to make out forever?"
Do you want to feed me? Do you want to take me outside? I love you for everything you want to do right now. Except play on your phone. Don't you dare touch that phone.
Yeah, he'll walk on you and try and push it out of your hands. I would never get married if somebody scratched my back, scratch away. Married? I was like, what? Mad, okay. So I was like, what? I was trying to formulate some kind of response to that. I was gonna say, wow, you guys are getting married. Oh, well, one of you's a minister. I'm gonna scratch your back. I mean, I agree with you, Mike, about how I can't believe she thinks it's a joke, but you know, that's life, I guess. Like little Bubby, I am pooped, hitting the hay. Are you coming, Mike? Whoa. Woo! A little spicy, a little spice going on, chat. Red hot habanero going on over here. Good night, Josh.
It's never gonna be blue. Gosh darn it. It's just pale. I'm going to bed. Soonish.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, Kara.
Yes.
I'm gonna paint soon.
You're already painting.
Not right now.
Okay. That's fair.
The winds of pain are now good.
I'm glad you waited for it.
Hello, Chris, and good night, Chris. Hello, Chris, and good night, Chris. Hey now. Hey. Oh my God, that I should have that as one of the redeems. Why are you not more interested in this? She's not even listening to me.
What?
That could be one of the new redeems.
What can?
Hey.
I guess. I'm not into that.
Me,
It doesn't like strike me as like funny when he does it. It only strikes me as funny. Do you like it
Something funny?
so much? You. There are worse things than having your girl laugh at you.
Will you give me very detailed instructions on how to go buy toilet paper?
Nah, I order ours from Amazon. This package up here, this is our emergency package of toilet paper. In case shit goes down, we've got
Quite literally.
that package.
Quite literally. All right, I think we finished his hair, and I think this boy's done. He's gonna be blonde because I have those colors out already. And all kids are blonde.
Well, that's not wrong, actually. Some do have dark hair, but a lot of them start with blonde hair and then get darker.
And he's gonna be like, I'm a little boy from Malifaux. I don't want to get eaten by a big old scary monster.
It's for long gone, need to be finished. Love you.
Love you too. Good night.
Good night.
Whoa, I don't know about that. Something funny? I'm gonna sleep real loose. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna send you a comic in a second.
Okay.
You better read it before you go to bed.
If it seems like you love coffee more than me, I don't want to read it before bed.
That's a pretty good one.
No, it hurt my
Okay, here it comes.
Okay,
Love you too.
don't stay up.
No, tell me what to do.
Don't stay up too late, babe. I care about you.
Read the comic.
Why would you think I would?
Because you don't know how to read. I know, we like to keep the sexual tension going, Chris. Because you know what happens to the fall. You know what always happens in the seasons after they finally hook up, you know. Shows always go downhill. You're Mike. Not Chris. Why is it so big? I will show you the comic I sent her. Okay. she said she liked that one. This is the one I sent her. Oh man. I like how the poster changes. Balls. Like a Jack Daniel ball. Oh man. That one always makes me laugh. Hi, Chris. Chris, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Boys, I think we did it. Oh yeah, Chris. Or Chris. God, Mike! You have to judge the worthiness. Weird, because he saw you recently, you just didn't notice. Oh my god. Cool kid. Is he done? Make it look more like Slimer? No. It's the little imp from Weird. It's their little mascot. It's Waldo, I think his name is. Okay. Okay. And Mike, I'm so sorry I did not run the past one by you. Don't fire me, I'm new. I'm new here. Trying to remember Webway about a month ago, I think. Yeah, I think it's been that long. Is it done, Mike? I'll probably put some moss and stuff on this too. And I'll probably put like a little blood string between the... Done. We did it, Bubby. Have a pet on the head. Oh, look at that wee Bubby. Look at Bubby. Oh, you get mad. Alright, now we gotta do the paste. Look at that. You know what that looks like? Do you know what this looks like? Huh? Think real hard and deep. What does this look like to you? Huh? It looks like your grandma's 3-bean casserole. Don't no, don't. It looks like your grandma's 3-bean casserole, Mike. She was the inventor of casseroles. Which I guess would make her my grandmother, right? If we keep that story going. Great-grandmother. Oh, your great-grandmother was the inventor of casseroles? Sheesh. I had no idea, bud. Or my great-grandmother. Thinking about having a kind of open house to break in the favela board sometime in November. I'll keep you in the loop. Yeah, for sure. What is a favela loop? Favela? Is that like a swinger thing? It's just terrain. Oh. We care. What is a favela, though? Is that like the name of the city or something? I've never seen that word before. Is that the name of the like terraced type city? I've actually never heard that's what that's called. Yeah, that would be cool though. I'd go to that. Hey, listen, you guys got to realize that I do care. I'm just an idiot. And I doubt anyone here would argue with that. We could do like a little birthday celebration for Wilmar. He may care, but he for sure can't read. Favelas are these famous neighborhoods in Rio built on the sides of steep. Okay, no, I know what that is. Oh, I didn't know it had a name. They're called favelas, huh? Oh. Didn't know that. Shack or shanty town, a slum. That looks like you copy and pasted it from a dictionary. Are you a dictionary, Wilmar? I did for your benefit, but Texas clearly lost on you. Why is that? I read it. I'm just more of an oral guy, you know? And here I was looking up stuff for Nelly for us to play. And now you're telling me you're never going to come to Malifaux night. That's pretty upsetting. I learned how to read just so I could read all the text on Nelly's cards. Chris, I didn't want to say anything. I couldn't read. I didn't know what a favela was because I was emotionally compromised because of Wilmar. I'll be honest. I'll be man. I'll admit it. And for that, I apologize. Don't let him gaslight you. He's clearly crazy. Mike, are you gonna come? Are you gonna come to Malifaux night? Huh? Huh? We talked about this yesterday. I have a very valid reason I can't. Oh, right. Yeah. Right. I'm sitting here thinking like that's only a 1 week thing. Yes. No, you do have a very valid reason. We did talk about this. Listen, man. I am like 3/4 of the way through this can. I'm a doctor, so I need to have doctor habits. God, it feels so good to be finished with a project. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Boom, boom. I do think I should keep track of the amount of models I paint next year, just to have one of those like lists, you know, that people on like Instagram and stuff do. Where they're like, I painted 100 million models. Painter Jason is at 850. Yes, he is. I remember us talking about that. You know, I actually kind of sat down and thought about it. I'm not 850 for sure, but I might be. I'm definitely in like probably the at least 100, right? Because he just paints stuff to paint. Like if I didn't have game nights, I bet I would be a significantly higher. But having a game night, you know, obviously you lose an entire night. Alright, now we gotta get back to painting serious. I gotta say, Painter Jason though is very, very impressive. How much he paints. I did finish your chick, by the way. I gave it some sludge. Because water here wouldn't be clean. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest, Mike. The water would not be clean. I mean, I know you're being honest. That's what I like about you, Mike. That and your cute little face. We're pulling out the phthalo blue. Rar, rar, rar. Is it like a pterodactyl? Pterodactyl blue? So we'll stop at 11. Where do we go? So Mike, this guy will not be done by tomorrow. But he will pretty much 100% be done by the next one. And your other model, if you're still, you're probably still not at AO, but the other model I finished for you it was in the my display cabinet shelf thing. I could say this was a pretty fun project with the Generation Red stuff. I didn't really get bored, which is nice. Usually when I have to paint an entire army for somebody, I get very bored. That's why the Shatterpoint stuff takes so long, because I start painting it and I think to myself, man, I'd rather do anything else. I got you covered. All my stuff is fun. That's true. Slides into your dreams and DM Dr. D. Dr. D. What's going on, Mr. Tubert? It's Mr. Kentucky himself. You're catching the tail end of the stream, buddy. Got a bad toothache. Jeez. Did you say you were going to something today? I also need to get a dentist. I moved up here and I still haven't found one, which is not good. But getting a dentist is kind of a pain in the patootie. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Tubert? Do you know what I'm saying? Right around the time I'm thinking about doing it, my car breaks, and then I'm like, oh, I'm poor. I can't afford a dentist. So I know your pain. Ask your boss to give you dental. I have dental insurance. That's the thing. The thing is, I know I need to have some fillings redone. So that's going to cost me a couple bucks. The cleaning will be free, but all the other stuff will not be. Yeah, because I'm under Kara's dental. I need them all yanked and give me some falsies. You see that's going to be expensive. I'm wasting my insurance. Yeah, like that's true, I guess. Honestly, unless you can grab one at the beginning of the year and have insurance, it's a no hope. Kentucky Medicaid should cover just about all I need. Oh, that's sweet. Kentucky Medicaid? Really? That's actually, I'm kind of surprised in a Republican state like that. But I didn't say they didn't care. I'm just saying I'm surprised they put a lot of money in Medicaid. Considering I am one, I've got no problem. I got no problem with them. Specifically, all the aging community there. I mean, that's also true. Hey man, I work in the medical field. Some states, their Medicaid is awful, terrible, and I'm just surprised Kentucky was one of the ones with a good one. Like the one in Massachusetts is bonkers good. Have to do to the aging pop and the drug issue. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. My mom lives in Missouri, which also has a very, very bad drug issue with meth, especially. I think it's because there's just like not a lot going on, you know. It's like it's kind of hard to find things to do other than party, I guess. Because where my mom is, especially, like they walk around like zombies. It's crazy. What video game is this? This sounds like a video game. This sounds like a video game soundtrack. Also all those years of Mountain Dew and cornbread. Fair. Dude, I love cornbread. You know, I grew up in Florida. And when you are raised in the South, you are 100% required to eat more cornbread than you would originally have thought. Because it's delicious. Yeah, this seriously sounds like a game soundtrack. I need to know what it is. Gamer Girls for Escape from the Schmucks. That soundtrack. Yeah, is that right? Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me right now, Mike? Huh? You having a little giggle at Dylan's expense, huh? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing here, bud? You making fun of old Dylan here? Huh? You making fun of him, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not very nice, Mike. While I have your model in my hands, too. Look at this guy. Man. Mike the Brave over here. Yeah. I should also give him the blue Vans.
Hate to see it, Chuck.
You hate to see it, Chuck. You do. You sure do. Hey, Tuber, you get it. You stand by your actions because it's funny? Yeah? Is that right? Jeez. You wound me, Mike. You wound me real deep. How could you do this? How could you do this to me, Mike? By type. Oh, I guess that makes sense. That does make sense, Mike. Now that you put it that way, that does actually make a lot of sense. So I just recently rewatched all of the Luigi's Mansion games. And I'm in a real Mario mood. What a bunch of great games. And the fun thing is, Mike, if you keep talking to me like this, you'll be a ghost in the next one. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Mike? Oh, will you suck me up with a Hoover like the ghost in the game, huh? Got a sucky, bro. You won't even know how to be a spooky ghost after I'm done giving you the suck. The one thing I learned about that game is everything can be sucked. And everyone. Sucking is the answer. I'm so. What do you mean you're so confused? We're talking about Luigi's Mansion. That's the whole point of the game, Tubert. Is you got yourself a big old vacuum and you're gonna give the ghosties the suck. Sucking is the answer. And at the end of the game, you build a mansion and or a hotel based on how much money you sucked. You also get a pet ghost dog. Look at this kid, dude. He's got blue Vans. Spoilers! Oh, I'm so sorry. I spoil the like a 10-year-old game. I'm sorry. That's only recently. I think they just recently put it on the Switch too, because it was like DS only for the longest time. For Luigi's Mansion 2? Luigi's Mansion 1 is only on the GameCube. But there's no ghost dog. Well, there technically is a ghost dog, but you don't get a ghost dog at the end of that. There is technically a ghost dog in the first one. It's not friendly though. The one in the second game is very friendly. He's a little too friendly actually. He steals your stuff. You only know of one? Girl! Get out of my face. Mike, let me tell you something. Women love Luigi's Mansion. They love it. I was on the phone with every single girl on the entire planet, and they unanimously said, yo, we like us some Luigi's Mansion. How do you only know about the first one? Mike! Luigi's Mansion 3 is fantastic. That one is on Switch. Mario! So just buy yourself a little Switch and play yourself some Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion 3. Oh, it should also be said, I don't think I've shown anybody this. But this is going to be coming up soon. This is the other side. This is Thrace. So we'll probably be painting some other side stuff soon. Because there is an event going on that's being hosted by Defective Dice. And I want the game to succeed, so I figured I would help. Because I think Weird is going to be paying attention to this, because they probably want to see if anybody's actually playing their game. Because they just recently released a... I guess it's sort of an expansion, I guess. I will not be dragging people into this game, though. Look at that. Perfect. Just finished. He's almost done, Mike. So he'll be done after I bring him home the next time. So cool thing, my niece got hold of a PS1 and the game that came with it was the Casper game. She wants the game but doesn't like modern games. I don't blame her, because modern games are very loud and confusing. The simplicity of, like... Could you imagine opening a game and it just being something simple? Like Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3 was pushing it. But like the Resident Evil games are like so good because they're just simple. Their premise was simple. I'm going to get her Crash Bandicoot and ruin her life. That's fantastic, because Crash Bandicoot games are great. They're amazing because they're simple. These complicated games nowadays, I'm just like, Jesus. They're not gay. No. I don't know where you got that. You're being very judgy. Mike, don't make me throw your model in the trash can. I said great. They're great. They're great games. Crash Bandicoot 2 was great. Crash Bandicoot 3 was great. I like Warped. Some people don't like Warped. I liked it. I think it was Warped. Oh, that was the one where the new Bandicoot was introduced. That was a villain. Oh, what was his name? Nitro? Is that what his name was? Wow! Crunch. That was his name. Crunch. Your 90s lifetime is showing. Yeah, no, it is. I loved Crash Bandicoot. Dude, Crash Racing, that game was, like, I probably played that game for, easily, 4 months straight. I loved that game. Because I was a PlayStation kid, I couldn't get like Mario Kart because it was always on Nintendo systems. My favorite, dude, Legend of the Dragoon was easily one of my favorite games of all time. I really wish a game would redo the combat system in that, where you had to like time the X button on the square thing. Yeah, Legend of the Dragoon was easily one of the best JRPGs, I guess, if you want to call that, of its time. It was amazing. I hate how more people haven't heard of it. The cutscenes were great. Did you ever? So I've heard. I don't know if this is true or not. I tried looking it up once, and I could never get like a good answer. And you may not even remember the game. So Lance is the green dragon, the green dragoon. That I'm not gonna spoil it if somebody wants to play a if somebody wants to play like a 30-year-old game. I'm just gonna spoil it. He dies. Okay, he dies. Anyway, so he dies at a certain point in the game. I won't spoil it anymore. Anyway, supposedly there was a rumor. Lance also. Okay, so spoiler. All right. Yeah, thank you. So we spoiled it at the same time, I guess. Lance also dies. So spoiler for a 30-year-old game. Oh god. Anyway, is it true that can you bring him back from the dead if you follow a is it on your list, Mike? I'm sorry, we ruined it for you. It's actually, I think it's on PlayStation Store. Like, I'm pretty sure you can play it. I'm pretty sure it's on the PlayStation Store. Yeah, I see. I asked somebody else this question and they said the same thing. I feel like there's a way to bring Lance back from the dead because there's multiple things that I remember this clear as day. Like the day it happened, I remember the exact sequence of events that I thought you had to do. Because in the first disc, when you go to the capital city for the first time, when you're leaving, if you go to this artist that's right by the exit of the city, he'll do a free portrait of Lance right before you leave. But if you go there at any other time, he won't do it. I spent 5 years pronouncing Lloyd's name wrong. Well, it's pronounced Lloyd. But anyway, yeah, so you can get a free portrait done, and then there's also a point in the first disc where you save a family that is like it's like outside the area of a cave where you fight the giant snake boss, which that fight was always kind of a pain in the butt. That's what I was thinking, but my Welsh friend says I'm an idiot. Oh, it's not it's not pronounced Lloyd. It's pronounced Lloyd. Lloyd was a joke that they were doing in the Lego movie, the Ninjago Lego movie. That was actually that was I think that was the first date me and Kara ever went on was the Ninjago Lego movie, and he kept calling his son Lloyd. Spoiler alert for like a 20 like a 10-year-old movie. We're just ruining Mike's life right now. We're just spoiling everything. What? Anyway, so I for the longest time thought, can you bring Lance back from the dead? I gotta mute. I'm sorry, man. We're just ruining all these huge pop culture things for these like it's like really random video games. Oh man. Anyway, but I feel I still haven't been able to tell. Like, I look it up, and I can't find any references to it on the internet, so I'm thinking I must be wrong. But so, it was one of those things where everybody, while we were growing up, said that was how you did it. It was like you followed these certain things, and there was like all this rumor that you could bring Lance back from the dead. As much as I can see on Google, there is nothing about resing him. Yeah, that's what I couldn't find anything either. But when I distinctively remember growing up, and all of my friends were like, "This." I heard a rumor that this is how you resurrect Lance from the dead. I know, right? Those old stupid the old stupid rumors that we used to do. Oh god, especially like video games and stuff. Man, those were the days. Yeah, that's how you know I grew up in the 90s. Yeah, Legend of the Dragoon was a legitimate game. If you are even, to anyone listening to this, if you're even remotely interested in JRPGs, it's a fantastic pick. It's very, very fantasy, Final Fantasy-like. The story is top-notch. It's great. We lived a much more interesting life then, writing down cheat codes and save codes. Yeah, I remember those days. God. I just wish that some of these games are easier to get. Like Luigi's Mansion is a good example. I would love to go back and play Luigi's Mansion again, like the first one. But you can't because I don't have it. It's like who has a I don't have a GameCube just laying around. So I gotta watch somebody else play it on the internet. You know, you're like, yeah, it's fine. It's not the same though, as I'm sure you can agree. Anyway, we're going to start winding down, guys. Thank you for joining me on Dr. D's Deezaster Zone, where we talk about old 90s, old 90s video games. I used to get on the school computer and bypass the firewall to look at GTA codes and cheats. Yeah, the all weapons cheat for GTA 3. I used to have that, dude. I just used to have that ingrained in my brain. It was like I remember it was left. It was like left, down, right, up. I remember you did that twice. It was like L2, L2, R2, R2, left, down, right, up, or something like that. And you would get like a clip of every gun in the game. Ruining my to playsy video game to play video game. Yeah, sorry, Mike. You should, if you can, you should 100% play Legend of the Dragoon. It is a long game. It is a Final Fantasy game in all but name. Petition to change name to Dr. D's Nuts. I didn't think that would be appropriate. But, you know, bits are really good at changing my mind. Anyway, so thanks for watching me, guys. If you want more of this stuff, go to the Patreon at Professional Casual Network, where we have different tiers that you can sub to get different kinds of rewards, which include a bunch of live play RPGs. Good night, Tubert. It was cool that you could hang out with us. You could get a bunch of really cool RPGs. I'm about to actually post the second episode of Little House, Big City on the Arachne feed. If you like Infinity Podcast, it's also where Calamity Jack, the audio drama, is. And we should be releasing an episode of Arachne fairly soon. We had a bit of a weird interruption because of because we were having issues with we didn't know where the hard drive was. But anyway, don't forget to listen to Bess, which is where Dan and Taylor talk about the old world, which I'll be joining at some point. I'm in there all the time. I'm in that last episode, but I am very excited to actually start working on some more old world stuff. Japapa's in there, all that good stuff. So if you are even remotely interested in nerd stuff, you find yourself in good company. Make sure you join the Discord. It's really good. That place is really popping all the time. You can talk to me if you ping me, because usually I can't keep track of all the channels. If you want to talk to Tubert, he's in there. Tubert's in there pretty commonly. And all the good people in there, you know, you got like Pony Danza and Xpaxis and a bunch of people that are usually in the chat. And yeah. So I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Wilmar. And I'll catch you guys next week, where we will return to painting some Infinity stuff until the release of Sandtrap, which I think might be the week after. I want to say it's like November 11th or something like that. It's something like that. But we'll be painting JSA stuff until then. And then after that, who knows? Maybe we'll paint Old World. Maybe we'll paint more JSA. Maybe we'll build a boat. Good night, Mike. Love you guys, and I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful week. I'll see you on the other side. Bye!
We're gonna press this button now.
Oh, Mike!
No.
Shout out to Quinn.
That seriously sounded like it was my. I was like, what the? Because there's a door. The door with the washing machine.
Tam, you remember when you said that I often make people uncomfortable by violating their personal space? It was hurtful and ruined our bath.
contrast paint, which is on the other side of my model thing, which is back here. So then you take your contrast, Blood Angel red, and you just slap it on your model. Boom, blammo, you did it. You got a painted Blood Angel. There you go. Like and subscribe in the video down below.